Aloha trainers, and welcome to another episode of Pokéology, a show where each week I talk to you about the biology of Pokemon based on the research that I have found. My name is Professor SACCHARUM, and this week we will be jumping into Johto to talk about this little hula dancer, Bellossom. Like always, we will be asking the following questions when we look into each Pokemon. What does it look like? What does it eat? How does it survive? What makes it special? Where can I find it? And how do I train it? Let's start off with the first question. What does Bellossom look like? Here you go. Bellossom is a Pokemon who is mostly green with round blue eyes and red blush-like markings on its cheeks. It has two bright flowers on its head as well as green and yellow leaves that resemble a skirt. Some researchers speculate that this is their feet, while others speculate that their feet are hiding behind these leaves. Well, for the sake of science, I found out the answer for sure. Now don't worry, the Bellossom knew that it was strictly for science, and I let them know that it was not anything weird, and I'm letting you guys know now, so don't judge me on anything. But behold! That's right, Bellossom have no feet under their skirts. Instead, the leaves that make up the skirt act as their legs. See, this is where it gets a little tricky, because Bellossom are plant Pokemon and mainly gain their nutrition through a process known as photosynthesis. If you don't know what photosynthesis is, it is a process where plants will absorb the rays of the sun to provide their food. So technically these Pokemon are eating all day. On the other hand, however, these Pokemon are also capable of eating solid foods like orange berries and citrus berries. If injured to a state of emergency, these Pokemon will eat those berries to regain their strength, unless they know the move Synthesis. If they know the move Synthesis, they will use the power of the sun's rays to regain their strength. Now, I did just say how Bellossom regained their strength, but how did they lose it in the first place? Well, Bellossom and the rest of its evolutionary line are targeted heavily by fire, bug, and flying type Pokemon. Since Bellossom lose their poison typing upon evolution, they rely mostly on stunning the predators around them and making sure that they blend in with the foliage in the area. The good thing is that these Pokemon are more than likely to always travel with a group of other Bellossom, making their stun spore that much stronger. Now, unlike Clawitzer and Rhydon, the things that make this Pokemon special are not based purely upon their survival. So let's turn to our handy-dandy Pokedex to find out more about this little Hula Master. Plentiful in the tropics, when it dances, its petals rub together and make a pleasant ringing sound. Bellossom gather at times and appear to dance. They say that the dance is a ritual to summon the sun. When Bellossom gets exposed to plenty of sunlight, the leaves ringing its body begin to spin around. This Pokemon's dancing is renowned in the southern lands. A Bellossom grows flowers more beautifully if it has evolved from a smelly gloom. The stinkier the better. At night, this Pokemon closes its petals and goes to sleep. Its flower petals deepen in color through exposure to sunlight. When cloudy weather persists, it does a dance that is thought to be a ritual for summoning the sun. When the heavy rainfall season ends, it is drawn out by warm sunlight to dance in the open. What's interesting here is that almost every Pokedex entry mentions Bellossom's dancing and its relationship with the sun. Some say that it dances to summon the sun, while others say that it dances to celebrate the sun coming out. This Pokemon, although very simple in behavior, is mysterious in reasons. Every piece of recorded data on Bellossom's dance seems to be complete speculation, and there are no hard facts. If you trainers have anything to report about the dance, please let me know. Researchers from all over are still curious about Bellossom's dance and cannot find any solid explanations as to why it dances in the sun. Leave those thoughts in the comments section below, but for now I want to focus a little bit on Hoenn's Pokedex entry on Bellossom. Bellossom begin ringing the leaves surrounding their body? How does that work if the leaves are supposed to be their feet? And how does the smell of a gloom transform into the physical appearance of a Bellossom? Again, leave your thoughts in the comments section below because this has me stumped. But let's move on to the next portion of the video. The thing is, Bellossom are extremely hard to find in the wild. This is because there is no recorded information as to their whereabouts. This is usually to keep Pokemon poachers from finding out their locations and then hunting the poor things. So instead, I'm going to teach you how to catch a little Oddish and train it up to evolve into a beautiful Bellossom. First off, you'll want to find an Oddish, and they can be found in the following places: Kanto's Routes 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 24, 25, Berry Forest, Bond Bridge, Cape Brink, and Waterpath. Johto's Ilex Forest and Safari Zone. Hoenns routes 110, 117, 119, 120, 121, 123, and Safari Zone. Sinnoh's routes 229 and 230. Univa's White Forest. And finally, Kalos's Route 6. So after you catch Odium Wanderous, level it up to 21 where it will evolve into Gloom, then use the Sunstone on it, and voila! You have yourself a Bellossom! Now, if you don't have a Sunstone, you're going to need to get one. But don't worry, there are plenty around our world. So, take a look in the following places. Kanto's Route 13 and Ruin Valley, Johto's National Park, but you're going to need to win the bug catching contest in first place. Hoenn Space Center in Moss Deep City, take out your dowsing machine in Sinnoh's Grand Lake Hotel, Univa's Pinwheel Forest, Relic Castle, Nimbasa City, and Giant Chasm, Kalos's Route 13, Shalor City, Route 18, and finally Anastar City. Well, now that I've basically told you everything I can about Bellossom, I'm going to teach you how to train one of your very own. The first thing you're going to want to know about any Pokemon is its typing. And it just so happens that upon evolution, Bellossom loses its poison typing, so know that it is a pure grass type. So with that being said, Bellossom is weak to the following types: fire, bug, poison, ice, and flying. Next, you'll want to know that it is capable of having one of two abilities: Chlorophyll and Healer. Chlorophyll doubles the speed of Bellossom while the sun is intensified. When the weather effect disappears, Bellossom's speed will go back down to normal. And Healer allows 30% chance of healing a status condition of an ally at the end of each turn. Now let's take a look at the set that's highly recommended for Bellossom. Make sure you have one with a modest nature and the ability Chlorophyll. Then give it the Heat Rock or Life Orb as its held item and spread the EVs: 28 HP, 252 special attack, and 228 speed. Then give it the moves Sunny Day and Sleep Powder for a good setup. Then the third slot is recommended to have either Solar Beam for offensive battling or Giga Drain for defensive battling. The last move slot, you have a tough choice to make between Hidden Power Fire, Hidden Power Rock, or Synthesis. Well, I guess that's it for Bellossom, the mysterious hula dancer. That's my show for this week. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel for next week's Pokemon. If you have anything to add or think that I've forgotten something, please don't be afraid to leave it in the comment section below. And while you're at it, don't forget to leave your friend code and a suggestion for a Pokemon you'd like to hear on the show. By doing that, you enter yourself in the SACCHARUM raffle. Last week I raffled off Clawitzer, and here are the names of our winners. Congratulations! You can email me or tweet me when you're ready to receive your Clawitzer. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Professor SACCHARUM, and please join me next week for another jaw-breaking episode of Pokéology. See you next time!